Who are you talking to? What's this all about? I don't want to go through this anymore. No, I don't understand what you're saying. No, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, okay. So what are you saying here? Are you trying to figure out what's going on with you? And all you're doing is thinking of yourself. What are you talking about? Are you defending him? In position, location, and directions, personalities comes all levels of you. How you interact with your system is all levels of calculations, right? Today in class, we're going to travel through all levels of mirror images of yourself. Your personality line, center, and appearance is position, location, how you see yourself in calculation system. So it's all levels of the baby, child, teenager, adult. There's four central line communications, five within system, six with activation, seven within core. That's going to be recognition of time, setting position, location, line interference. So in calculation system, yes, it's 11:30. But the line center and rotation interference is going to set signals for you guys to really understand your locations. You really have to learn how to balance out your emotional system because that's what we live on every single day. Every cell in your body is a personal system to you. Okay, it has all formations of its own intelligence, guys. The more you understand that, the more you can set signals to its location system. I recommend everybody see Gypsy's video where she does all personalities. Okay, all aboard here. Who has the floor? Let's go. Let's talk about this. So it's pretty interesting how she comes in all levels of the circle. You know, her as a child have conversations with yourself. You're going to be in the center positions, but there's going to be line communication, right? So you're going to be looking through your mirrors. That mirror is going to be right in front of you. It's going to come at you in that correlation. You have to really understand to basically get into the unconditional why you're not moving forward. Like, how come you're not moving forward? Why? I don't know. I'm just tired all the time and I just can't seem to understand my system anymore. You know, I'm trying so hard, but I just find always a way to just go back to sleep, right? And then you got the subdue, the position, location, and calculations. Yeah, I do understand what you're saying. You know, there is a way to look at how you see yourself. So the personality is you, but it's all different levels of you through your chakra system. So really understand it all volumes you and how you see yourself in your position of where you are through directions, right? So you're constantly having conversations with yourself. That's all this is. That's all it is. You just got to learn how to balance out the frequencies, how to connect it in system locations, right? But I recommend watching Gypsy's video. It's very powerful. You know, I'm surprised it didn't go viral. Center line, position, location, line connections, all levels, high center interference. So it's all direct locations, how you see yourself through personal system. And this is what you guys have to do. You got emotional system. You're getting very angry. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't understand any of this. What's going on with me? Yeah, calm down, calm down. We're all in this together. Really? We are all in this together. Now that's funny. There's all different levels of personalities. Okay. What I did when I woke up, I started recognizing personality, realizing it's all connected to inside location and how you use it every day volumes on levels of you. There's so many line positions, your face recognitions of reaction is astronomical. Okay. You're happy, you're sad, you're confused, you're angry, you're frustrated, you're moving to the side, you're touching your face, you're crossing your arms. Okay. You're scratching your face. Okay. You're going with your hair. I can't take this anymore. No, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, different personalities. Don't look at me like that. I like to look like this. Leave me alone. I don't like this anymore. You know, so personalities go a long way. Now, really understand that everything has a statement. Understanding that position, location, and directions gives you all levels of opportunity. Your opportunity is understanding the future system of you. And the only way to do that is to balance out your emotional system inside of you. Okay. That's the one thing that you want to do. You want to balance that line of communications with yourself, right? That's the only way you will understand anything about you. Okay. And then you'll find a way to get the relationship, partnership that you want, you know? And then it comes into opposition locations. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got to find some kind of balance. I know. I just been thinking about myself all the time, and it says, "Yeah, yeah, calm down. I understand what you're saying. It's okay. It's okay." So starting to we're gonna focus. We're starting to calm down. We're starting to get into ourselves, into a cycle of communication, which is amazing, right? So this is going to help you in all ways and forms because you're going to see yourself, right? To know exactly what it is to see different personalities of you. Okay. All right. So let's go line communication system. See position, location, directions. I'm going to set signals. All right. So as you go location line conditions, it's important you understand these lines. Facing communication and mirror lines. Okay. Open all line position, location, directions. So I'm going to set the mirror image, calculation system, position, location, directions. All right. High levels of channel, right away, location system. There's the mirror. Okay. Mirrors look location and division. Right. So it's going to be looking back at you. Signal line communication system. Right. Okay. Timelines. Okay. So position location is going to be four channels. Four channel line center, eco locations. Okay. Eco locations slash location. Direct line center interference, position location open high signals. So this can open up a door line window in communication, position directions. All right. Signaling communication line connections, open long line position location, all levels of measure, personality line position location, the calculation to the team. The division line center, dimension, all lines are location, interdimensional line center, galactic, intergalactic locations into AI tech. Set communication system into all levels of course recognition. Personality line centers and all line interference. Open all communication system to all personalities, all division locations. Bring them in track line center. Yeah. Have fun. All right, so the line communications and high standard interference, 25 minutes on the clock locations, high system done. 25 minutes on a clock line center. Have fun. The correlation line center interference location directions reset lines of channels. Now, when I set line communication, I was setting up four different voice grids of your personalities set in position. Now you have to recognize each and single one of them and find its balance with its connection. Have fun. All right. Let's see here. All right. Commander. You got to change it GC unit line center. I can change it to dimensional line system and your name. Okay. For all the new viewers. So basically, what it is, it's basic understanding. It's the personality. It's connecting to system locations, right? You're just having a conversation with yourself on different levels of formation and trying to understand why your egos are all off each other. And it's like, hey, leave me alone, you know? Oh, come on. There's nothing wrong. What's going on? Yes, there is. You can't see what's facing in front of you? Well, hold on a sec here. How are we going to put this all together? This is what I do every single day. Getting informations of you is balance of you. You have to find the friendship, relation, and partnership with the problem that you're facing. Why you can't get this, why you can't get that, because one personality is stopping that, or two personalities, or three, or four, or 50,000. Every cell in your body is a personal trait of you because it's inside you guys. So you have to recognize these things, right? Because it's all connected to your emotional system, your chakra system. You know, I mean, these are the things you have to look at because this is what you have every day inside you. And once you understand how to balance out your communication system, wow, I understand what I'm saying. Good for you. All right. Did you get that? Do you understand that? It works well with we're working as a team here. See? Balance. That's all it is. You're balancing your system with all levels of communication. Now, once they all come together as one unity, one conscious line communication, you get into higher levels of subtronic line into the sub communication system to the super consciousness. Now, once you reach those line communications, you have superpowers that come into line center to its own personality location, right? So it's kind of looking back at your personalities. Like some are like falling behind. Say, how do you feel today? Eh, I don't know. A little bit scared, but I know I can do it. I need your help. Are you willing to help me out? Yeah, whatever you need help with, I'm here for you. You're picking up your personality and its ego, and you're adapting, and you're not resisting. You're moving forward, right? As a communication, and the thing is too is that you are kind of like reacting and acting upon on any level. There's so many different levels that you could play, right? Taking off my shirt, there's three right there. Pulling my hair in a different way, there's another personality. Doing this with my hands, that's another personality, right? Like I said, crossing my arms, just looking at you. Mhm. Right? There's all different personalities connected to your body, guys. And it's all connected to how you act and react to every single one of them. Okay. Now, once you understand how to balance these things out, everything works for you. Nothing is against you. Okay. So it's about balancing your egos of yourself because you're living on so many emotional line connections. Okay. So sometimes you're like, hmm, you're getting nervous, you know, your hand is tapping. It's like this. I said, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Calm down, calm down, calm down. It's fine. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I said, no, you don't understand. Okay. You just don't understand. Well, I don't understand. I'm a part of you and you're a part of me. So don't tell me I don't understand because I do. You're having a conversation with your system. That's all this is. Right. So that's what you have to look at, you know, because it's all different formations of you through emotional system. It's all connected to human resonance. It's how you put yourself in calculation system. We're all actors and actresses and all this. It's just a play. You're playing these things out, all right? Because that's what you're living on a signal in a position, location, direction to its location. And once you understand these things, it gets a lot more fun for you. You really get a better, become more bountiful. You become more adventurous with your personality traits of yourself, and you really connect a lot better. So in calculations, Cami, center interference, Gypsy, my connection, Lindsay, all levels of bond. Let's see, international locations into all high centers into line connections, direct locations into position of a call. That's my connection interference. Patient of Jill, high center communications of Airbender, Pam. Nikki's Skylight connection line systems, Heather, Andrea connection line systems, Shanana position location directions, all levels of position location. All right, CC. Let's see, connection line centers, interference, all communication system. See, for me to communicate in all this level, it's got to be balanced. If one position is off balance, one to cell, one line interference, one cell is getting away, and you got to get it back. Right? So it's like this. It's like everything's together. If it's not together, you're separated. All right. So your body's working very, 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 very fast inside. Right? Conversation comes in line communication system. Come together. Separate, come together. Separate, come together. Separate. They turn their heads. They come back. They go forward and they come back. Right? Your cells is an operating system inside. So it's all levels of you to understand you more. You have to understand the integration to you through emotional system because that's what you're living every single day. Okay. That every single day is the same day, but one step at a time. We're trying to get you guys into more plateau of your personality locations, Really understand what you're seeing in front of you. It's you getting balance at everything around you to its online conditions. Find a way to see a system into position of unconditional love. How do you get all those personalities into one frame? Okay, into helping you on all levels, so you can move forward rather than moving back. It's going to be like compromise on all levels with the personality allocations. Find the solution to the problem. That's what you guys need to do. All right. Val. All right. Nova. Adam. Tay Structures. Laura. Tina. All right. Jimmy. Okay, great. So I got to talk to all. I'm going to agree upon the same. Yeah. So have fun. All right. Now, for all the new viewers, the ones that are activated, it's also good to remember locations, is to try to understand that your personalities go a long way. So it's recognizing just what is happening with you every time. Okay. There's so many levels of you, right? And it sets line communications into all line center interference, understanding the zero gravity location, understanding the line communication, understanding the triangle communication, understanding the box communication, and understanding your TV line communication. Basic understanding, right? You understand that? That's all balance. All communication. There it is. Communicating from the ground to the line to the triangle to the box to the TV. So it's interesting to look at these locations, all right? There's so many levels of balance. Balance comes from high position locations. Yin and yang is like a calculation of balance in all line centers of all sequence locations of all levels of one graph line center to all zero locations. You got so many zeros and ones in track line center interference into one personality to one line communication into all levels. 1/5 of 1 million line center line rotation interference sets off signal location in position location to its ego. So the ego set line communication, if it creates its own position location, it lives its past line communication. It expands in bandwidth its position location of time. But if it gets a position location of its ego line center, it's back into balance communication of 5 position location calculation, then the present location, the future line communication system. Then you find your personality line centers in balance communication. All through division, right? So that's what you have to do. Find a friendship, relationship, and partnership with every question that's inside you. You start questioning your systems. That's what you do. That's how you get your answers. Okay? So it's really, really listening to your own voice. Block everything out. Nothing else exists except you inside. Right here. Stop doing that. No, I don't want it. Why? Why do I have to stop doing this? I need you to understand why. It stops because now it's paying attention. Now it's listening. See, you made something stop because it's listening. See how that works? You're not hearing me, you're listening to me. So there's so many levels of a personality. You have to understand how to use this every day, every single day, because that's what you're dealing with. Your voice goes up, your voice goes down. You can have 5 or 6 personalities all in one trait, trying to figure it out. What? No. You said what? You know what I mean? I mean, you're just trying to find a position location of a question to an answer. Question location, centerline position, is all levels equals answer communication. Question is always equal location of answer. Answer comes in position location into levels in line communication to Y communication into, you guessed it, flux capacitor. So the flux capacitor change line communication system. Now, it doesn't have to make any sense to you, but it makes sense to me because I always find a way to keep myself balanced. And if I'm not balanced, I have to understand why. And the why becomes the who. the what, the where, the when, and the how. Okay. So it gets more complicated because you're going to higher levels of acceleration. And when the brain is adapting faster, you're going to come into more anomalies of triggers. You're going to come into more anomalies of datas and downloads and upgrades and uplinkings and uploadings and upgrading systems. That's all this is. You just have to learn how to process it. Really, okay, calm down, calm down. I got the data stream interference, location, and calculations. I don't want any more. What do you mean you don't want any more? How much do you think data there is that I can give you? I told you I can only handle so much. Two personalities not understanding each other. Okay, which is totally fine. Right. And then the third one comes in. Yeah, guys, come down, come up. I'm working on something right here. Excuse me, you're working on something. I'm talking about my data. Who do you think you're talking to? Boom, 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 boom. So you're not resolving anything. Who are you communicating with? All levels of what? If you can't find a solution, all three personalities are now in correlation to its ego, right? So, and this, what does it do? It backs track. It doesn't go forward, guys. It goes back, right? So you don't want to create anything in the past line that doesn't exist because it expands the past line interference, which brings in L line position locations to its old program, its personalities into the position location of its position of present to its future location. And you don't want to do these things. You want to compromise all levels of personalities, okay, into a cyclone of understanding how to get into correction of its correlation, of its division, of its panel, of its balance, of its activation, of its yin yang. Right? See? One way, then the other way, one way, then the other way, one way, then the other way, one way, then the other way. You're getting a complete cycle, location, position, directions. Always, always in central communication. Right? Communication. This is not communication. That's not communication. That's off signal. So it's got to be always in a position, always in position. See? I don't look at these things because it's balanced already. Mastering communication and your perception line connection is trying to stand your cells. You're activating your cells every single time you say something. That was a funny joke. Yeah, it was funny. I heard it 1,000 times. Why do I have to keep hearing it again and again and again and again? Come on, just relax, all right? It was a funny joke. Yeah, I know it's a funny joke. Could we think of something else? Because I keep hearing the same thing over and over. Personalities, guys. That's all it is. That's all you are. You got to find the balance. Everything that you say, everything that comes out of your mouth is all determination on you, how your day is going to go. Okay? So, master communicator. So, it's very important you understand these things, right? Always find time to look at this, right? Try to see it in a good way, because if you don't, it sees it in the other way and it crosses over. Come back, come back. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. No, 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 I'm leaving you. You're on your own, right? You can't separate your body. You can't, because you're separating the mind. And if you're separating the brain and the mind in the position of the avatar goes off on its own, does whatever it wants. Right? And then you're in real big trouble because the avatar it's not going to come to you because it's all levels of future line. The correlation line center location, the brain is just all combobulated, doesn't know what's going on anymore. Electrical line, connection, computer, interpretation, adaptation line, system, position location, calculation doesn't care anymore. So line communication, all levels of the mind. Mind sets an image line and rotation interference. Say, hey, look at this. The mind. I'm the mind, right? So I'm speaking to the mind, to the brain, right? Mind, look at this. I'm talking to the brain now. So the mind is giving an image to the brain. The brain's, I don't want to see it. So the brain is having problems with the mind. Forget about the avatar. The avatar has gone off its own, right? So you got to find a way to balance all these things out with 333, heart, mind, and soul. All right. So There's a lot of things you have to look at. Balancing is not easy. It really isn't. Practice makes perfect. Okay. So let's say I'm putting my hand here, I'm resting my hand. Is it balanced or not? Yes, it is imbalanced. Why is it imbalanced? Because I put it here, right? So to understand the relation is to understand I'm putting this down, resting in here, okay? Having my wrist, lock it here to my chin. Now I'm in complete balance with my system because I want to be. If I wasn't off balance, you know, right? There's so many ways to off balance your system of motion detect line. A connection to position is an off surface location to its virus line system. The systematic line communication is all levels of view. So if you're trying to see, it does, off balance, off balance, right? So it's got a lot of understanding how you redirect and direct locations. It's all set in signal location, how you react to your body line interference. It's all set position location in the calculation, right? That's off balance. Oops, look at that. It's trapped in my ear, right? Why? Because I'm upset. Why? Because I'm confused. Why? Because I don't understand my balance. See? So what do I have to do? Reframe, readjust, refocus. There it is. Back in balance. See? When you do things too quick, too fast, you become evasive. And the direct location doesn't matter anyway because it goes off and does what runs its own program locations calculation I system, right? So it's true to understand to balance out you is to communicate to your body every day. Until you understand that every day is a 1 day line system. But like I said, one step at a time, right? Like I said, like I said, one step at a time. Communicating with five finger point line center rotation calculation system. Direct line center interference location calculations. Interference position location directions. Set signal line position location calculations. Center line communication system. Position location directions. High signal locations. High line interference. Position location high line connection position directions. Target communications and ground line interference. Position location operator line. High system calculations. Center communication and position location. All level of spectrum light communication line center. Center position location. Special light center position location direction. Bounce, 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 bounce. Right? So this is going to help you always informs how important it is to understand your personality locations and how you guys set your locations to your systems, all in levels inside. The better you communicate with your body, the more levels you will trip, the more levels you will fall, the more levels you will lose control. To understand control is to lose control. To understand failure is to understand failure. To understand humility is to understand humility. Understand being successful is understanding failure. So you really have to understand everything to understand all levels of being humble, right? So these are things you have to look at because we do it all the time. Every single time we do these things, right? Your body is reacting to everything inside of you per minute, per hour, per day. And you only have 24-hour day window. 24 hour, that's all you have. So whatever you do within that 24 hour, it's either in your future communication system with personality line connections to levels of balance line center calculations, or your off signal location, position location, going back clocking location, right? So it's kind of bizarre if you look at these locations. So it's kind of like you have a personality line connection line centers, and you got one of your locations, the neg line rotation. You got another location line connections, but it's off division. So right now you're going like this. Okay. All right. What's going on here? This is a personality. What's happening here? Right. So how are you going to get this to stop? Wind factor, communication system, all spectrum communication line centers. It's all levels of the balance of the mind communication. The psychos location its calculation is the psychological line conditions of you, how you use your information location personalities. Your personality is always informs how you set your communication system is its direct location. Okay. You have the control to balance out your bodies of emotion, and you do it all levels of vibration. Okay. And we do things with not even thinking, right? You notice that? We say things, oh, I didn't mean to say that. You didn't mean to say that, but it came out. That's personality. We have all different levels. There's so many levels of layers that we have to find a way to balance every single one of them. Because the first thing that comes out of our mouth is determination of what happens next with the next personality, right? And it's all calculated, modified through acceleration, right? How fast you're going is your determinations, right? So, thinking out loud, personality, oh, yeah, it's just true understanding. Seeing my higher self encourage me to lead. Patching, seeing support myself. I didn't even know it was me leading me a whole life. See, that's the thing. You guys are getting a better understanding. Once you're stations to a levels, right? Baby represents line communications at birth, right? And you got communications to the child lines, communicational levels of teenager to your adult communication system. 4 line track locations that you're communicating with, right? It's all levels of identification. Okay. You have to start recognizing these and how important it is to you, right? So, yeah, it's great, Tara, isn't it? I'm leading me. No, this is so wild. Yeah. And that thing, when you come out of it, then you understand why it's so important, why you can't move forward. It makes a lot of sense because the personalities want to work with you, but it's up to you. It's the center of you that has to fix everything, right? Because it's all levels of the conscious line, right? To the super of its conscious line communication system, right? To settle these things down, right? You have to understand the volume, the fluctuation, the control, right? Everything is a film projector of you, a frame, of story, of design. Okay. So if you freak out, that's one personality that can take over you. It doesn't have to have 1,000 personalities take over you. One personality can take over you, knowing you more than you know yourself. Now, are you going to allow that? Are you going to let that one personality grow and separate both ways? Or are you going to find a position of conformity line communications into light communications and bring them together? Okay, into one personality, all connected all at once. Right? That's a lot of personalities put all together all at once. It's a lot more fun when you work with your personality locations, right? Because if not, you're off balance. See? I knew the table was there, but the personality didn't want to go, right? This happens sometimes, right? But if you start relaxing communications, you understand the body of the conception, you place your elbow, you place your hand on the chin, and now you're balanced because you're taking your time. You're not rushing things. So, really understand the motivations you have in your adaptations of your activity system inside locations. This is all your determination how you get driving, right? How many personalities do you think you have when you're driving? Let's start there, right? Especially when you're driving along. Personalities kick in, don't they? They have to. They guide you, guys. It's all levels of you. Now, when you reach those accelerators, it goes higher and higher each time, right? This platitudes your division locations of what you're doing, right? You're driving along, it's a beautiful day, right? All of a sudden, it starts to rain. Ah, come on! I want the sun to come out. It doesn't have to rain. Blink of an eye, in 2 seconds, it was sunny. Now it's raining. What happened? You were driving. Two personalities off track. You're not communicating with each other. You're separating. That's what happens with you guys. You got to find a way to communicate in the line communications with yourself, with each other, me, myself, and I. Find that triangulation. And that's how you find your balance of your locations of yin and yang, right? If you're upset, you have to understand why you're upset. Oh, it's raining. Oh, that's okay. I like the rain. So you changed. And it's like, oh, I didn't want it to rain. And then all of a sudden, oh, great. I like it raining. See? Three personalities into one. Because you're allowing yourself to love the rain rather than thinking of the negative line of what rain is. Rain is a beautiful thing. Okay. So if you have one personality that sets locations and you're always waking up to the negative line conditions, what are you creating? Dark clouds, thunderstorms, rain, right? Hail. Just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, right? All through your personality location. See, that's the thing. You don't realize how powerful you are in sign line, how you connect to the weather's location and your weather line interference. We'll get more into that location adaptations, but you really have to understand how to balance our emotional line conditions, guys. Right? The controlling system of you is extremely important. Once you understand that, then you understand the communications to your system inside and outline center location. So, okay. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that you pick up too, especially when you're in your baby, child, teenager, adult, you know? So you just got to find a way to really look at things in a positive way, even though it's negative, because the positive will always, always take over the negative. When I say take over, that's over pi, which means that you're understanding more of what you just finished saying to your system. So you really understand the adaptation and you're really getting into all levels of the power of recognition of your thought. You're always looking at that silver lining because there always is. It doesn't matter how a bad situation is, you always turn it into the grass is always greener on the other side, guys. Right? That's how you got to look at it. You know, when you look at yourself, how do you see yourself? That's what I'm saying. How do you look at yourself in the mirror? What do you see? What you want to see? Do you want to see yourself in the future line, or do you just want to see yourself miserable? Because it goes both ways. And your personality will follow this way. So you get a pack of all line position your personalities going all the way over here, right? Rather than coming all together all at once. So you got a lot of personalities communicating with each other. All in balance. Good to go. You're all moving forward. Let's go. Everyone goes forward. But the thing is, you got to do that all the time. Like I said, this is not an easy task. It's something that you need to understand, right? Because this is what we don't know, is understand how our bodies are reacting with our personality or thought locations, right? Balance is the key to everything. Okay. So once you understand that, you understand the information that's given to you is all levels of you through thought recognition. Time precedes everything, okay, which is all levels of space. It's the expansion of the bandwidth that you can have, which is all levels of exploration. It's you understanding you inside, okay? That is achievement on its own, guys. That's going to help you in all ways and forms, right? So this redirects everything, and you really, really have to concentrate on these things. And then you find a relationship with your thought recognition, timeline center, interference location, of positive locations. Right? These are the things you have to look at. So that's what I recommend everybody to do, is really go more inside and communicate your locations. Right? All right, taking you guys up track lines, position location, mirror resolution lines, centers, and the 4-line communication, personality, trait locations. Take the team out in lines and position location directions. Boom, you guys are out, back, communication system. All right, close portals, automatic inline connections. We have Zoom, okay, right after. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. I will see you on Zoom. We'll talk more about this, and things are coming up. All right, adios.